My name is Molly, and today I'm going to tell you about a dream that I am making come true. I love vintage and antique items. I love crafting, and I had this dream of having a shop with my own handcrafted jewelry, my own artwork, as well as vintage and antique items. Now, I technically opened that shop in 2011. I gave it the name Bead in My Bonnet because I love making beaded jewelry and I also love vintage and antique items. So I thought I could make that work. I had this vision of making it successful because I have a friend who has a pretty successful Etsy shop called Live, Laugh, Sew. She's very talented at sewing things for the home, things for babies, clothes, bags, and I just thought, she can do this great job. I see other people on Etsy. I love to shop from Etsy and I can do it too. However, at that time, I was going through a divorce and life was chaotic. I technically opened my shop in 2011, and in 2012, I up and moved to another town. I got a new job. My job was busy. My kids were young. I had at that time a daughter that was in kindergarten and a son that was in preschool. And so I never got to putting anything in that shop that I had opened, but it was always on my mind. It was constantly something that I had in the vision for what I wanted my life to look like if it was a success. And so I sat there and I waited and I lived life, the crazy, chaotic life of a single mother for 5 more years. And then in 2016, I got remarried, and my husband is super supportive of my dream to make my Etsy shop successful. And we love to go antiquing, to garage sales, to estate sales. I almost said thrifting, but he doesn't really like thrifting. I don't know why. Maybe it's all the clothes they have in the thrift shops, but he's really into finding treasures with me at garage sales, antique stores, and estate sales. We really love going to estate sales. It's a lot of fun to see what other people have collected throughout their life. And so because he is so supportive, I over the last couple of months have purchased items for inventory to put into my Etsy shop. Right now, I'm just going to be focusing on the vintage things. However, in the future, I would love to add more of my own handmade pieces. A couple of months ago, there was another catalyst for me getting this dream accomplished. And that was my boss at my job at Cabin Coffee Company. He was giving a speech. And he said, I encourage every person out there to open their own small business. We need more business owners in the world. And I thought, well, I want this small business dream of having a successful Etsy shop. And I just feel like I really need to make that happen. So about a week ago, I finally posted my first item in my Etsy shop. And that was this adorable little L.E. Smith Moon and Stars sugar bowl. Just the sugar, not the creamer. I wish I had the set, but it's in great shape. It's an emerald green color. And I wanted to see what it was like to set up a listing. What did they ask of me? How much did it cost? I couldn't remember because it had been so long since I had looked into it. And so I posted this item on the 7th of September, and today is the 15th of September. It's gotten several views, and actually had someone favorite my shop after posting this one item, so that was a surprise. And so because this had a matching spoon, which I didn't see in other L.E. Smith sugar bowls, I don't know if the spoon came with it in its original. I haven't been able to, I've researched, but I haven't found the answer. But because it has a matching spoon, I thought, well, I can put that on my shop for $14.95. Ellie Smith is great, collectible, plus it's this nice green color. So hopefully it will sell for Christmas. It's the sort of thing that I would love to use at Christmas time if I had an Ellie Smith collection, which I do have a couple pieces, but I wouldn't call it a collection. So. The next thing that I posted the Ellie Smith Sugar Bowl about a week ago. And then last night I posted this adorable little sugar bowl. It's got a hand-painted rooster and hen on the front. It's got a hand-painted chick on the back. It's got little wooden style handles. And on top, it's got this adorable little chick that makes the handle coming out of the lid. Just loved that. I thought that was super, super cute. That chick is adorable. And I used to decorate with chickens in my kitchen, and I don't anymore. It's more of a vintage mid-century kitchen. And I've got a lot of kitsch items in my kitchen now, which is his kind of kitsch, but it's so well made, so well painted. It's hand painted in Japan, and I would put this about the 1950s, whereas the Ellie Smith piece was about the 60s. As you know, on Etsy, you can only sell vintage items, handmade items, and supplies for crafting. At least that's what the rules are. I can't say everybody sticks to that, but I thought this was adorable. I thought, you know what, if I was still decorating the chickens, I would be all about this set. So that is $11.95 in my shop. Another item that I picked up at the thrift shop. Now, the Ellie Smith set, I didn't say, it was $2. The chicken canister sugar bowl was $1. And this gorgeous OMC ginger jar with the peacock and this gorgeous gold tail. This was $2. It's got beautiful blue and green flowers all over it. Gold here and there. There's gold tail on the peacock. There's gold on a couple of flowers on top. This is made by OMC Japan. It's got gorgeous crazing all over it that shows its age. So kind of crazing that is just adds to the beauty of an item. So the only thing that's unfortunate is that the lid to this ginger jar is missing. It would normally have a little domed lid. Again, I would put this to say this is probably from the 60s. Probably from the 60s. So because it's missing the lid, I will probably list this piece for around $11.95. Don't think I'm a one note sort of a person, but I have another sugar bowl. You're probably wondering why so many sugar bowls, but I just find these beautiful sugar bowls, and I don't know, I love them. I'm attracted to them. I think they're just beautifully collectible. And so I have this one. This is Art Nouveau. It has a gorgeous orchid on it. Gold. The orchid is transferred, but there is gold on here, which I think some of the gold, there's some gold down here that looks also transferred, but the gold up here, it looks like it is hand painted. It is made in Germany. I will show a picture of the mark on the bottom. It has the Art Nouveau lines, these wonderful kind of flowy, like more romantic looking lines than an Art Deco piece would have. So it's in great shape. Purchased this at an estate sale for $5 because I thought it was so pretty and I just had to have it. It really wasn't even a purchase for resale, but once I got it home, I realized I didn't really have anything to use this with. So it was more useful for me to sell it. I know you're gonna think that I'm kind of crazy for the ceramics because I have another ceramic piece. This is a small canister. It's got a quilted pattern to the ceramic itself. It's white with gold trim and hand-painted pink roses. It's just adorable. It's got a real shabby chic vibe. See the gold top there? It's got a real shabby chic vibe. It's not perfect. There's some imperfections just in the glazing itself, I can see it's not that high quality, and there is no mark on the bottom. So I don't know who made this, but looking at this piece, I would actually put this to the 90s. I don't think it's that old. It's maybe meant to look a little older than it is. There's some imperfections on the inside. So again, we're probably looking at listing this at the $11.95 range because the lid is a little loose, but it's just not a high quality piece. It's still adorable, and it'd be wonderful for someone in their bedroom if it's shabby chic or just a beautiful floral theme. And so I decided to pick that up. It's the sort of thing I would have really loved to have as a little girl in the early 90s. Kind of had more of an Laura Ashley sort of a thing going on in my room. So it would have fit in really well there. But that piece is going in my Etsy shop too. Now, something that I love to pick up is vintage purses. So I bought this little brown handmade, hand beaded, I should say, clutch purse. Now, looking at it, you might think, well, that's modern. You could pick that up nowadays. And there's hearts on the front, which kind of make it feel even more modern. Like maybe it came from someplace at the mall, and maybe it's beaded in India, because you see a lot of hand beaded things from India. However, when you open it up, one thing that gives it away is the zipper isn't, you can feel the zipper is an older metal. It's not that plastic sort of zipper that you're going to find now. And inside there is brown lining that's in great shape. Again, it kind of doesn't look old. However, when you pull out this little tag, it does say Bag by Debbie, hand made in Japan. Now, as you know, you don't get a lot of things like this out of Japan anymore. The tag itself looks vintage, so I would probably place this bag to the 60s. It's got a really good weight to it. It's in excellent condition. I don't see any missing beads. Some of the beads are coming a little loose. There is a bead right here that is kind of loose. I can see the thread sticking out, but it kind of, you know, I want to be careful not to catch this on anything, but right now all the beads are intact. And it's in fantastic vintage condition. So I really can't wait to sell some vintage purses in my Etsy shop as well. Something like this, because it's just in great condition with the exception of like one or two loose beads. And it's got such a good weight to it with the glass beading. I would put this around $25 for sale. I paid $2 for that. Another thing that I absolutely love is vintage jewelry. So this piece has, it's a costume piece of jewelry. It's not signed. I can't see any maker's mark on it. But it has a beautiful gold stone piece in the middle. But that gold stone is just gorgeous. It shines. I've worn this, and so when I told my husband I wanted to put it for sale, I took some pictures already. He discouraged me because he's like, you wear that, it's really pretty. And so I'm second guessing it, but I do want to put some beautiful vintage pieces of jewelry into my shop. All right, well, I think that's going to be it for today. I cannot wait to see which pieces sell, which pieces even get views and likes. I am excited about this Etsy journey, and I can't wait to give you guys an update of things that I continue to post, or maybe hopefully sales sometime in the future. I have a goal of posting at least one item a day, making it a priority to take photos, probably several items at a time, and then take the time to list them at least once a day. I'm hoping also to get an Instagram set up for my vintage items and kind of get some attention that way, and we'll see how that goes. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Thank you for allowing me to share my love of vintage antique items with you, and I can't wait to see how this progresses. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.